Hey, I'm Jem from Istanbul, Turkey.
Hello.
I want to start with Dark. How did it feel to end a show that was loved by its audience? And what's the question that you get asked the most now that the show is done?
The question that gets asked the most is, does 1899 have anything to do with Dark? And will there be characters from Dark appearing in 1899? And the answer is a definite no. They are two very separate worlds and universes. And in terms of ending Dark, it was really quite an emotional thing, because you have to imagine creating a show like this, and with the way that we involve ourselves in the whole production, it's really a very long and hard process. You get to know people and spend time with them, like very intense time with them through a period of time. And then closing something like that and letting it go is quite difficult. So it was very emotional for us.
Hi.
This is a mystery show that has like lots of secrets. Did you first read the script, or did the creators of the show tell you your like character's journey beforehand?
They like to keep secrets, and I knew that. And but of course, I mean, they were prepared to give us enough information to be able to play the parts. And when I got the script, I really took my time. I sat down, I lit a candle, and I said, okay, this is going to take some time. And I was not mistaken, because I really took time, because I didn't want to put it down again. I really wanted to read it till the end, to know what was going on, to better understand what was happening. And I knew in the end, okay, you will have to need to reread this. But it was just beautiful. I mean, it's a mind-blowing story, full of mysteries and unexpected turns, and which hopefully everyone will appreciate.
This is not a question related to the show, but I wanted to give you an information about how the like TV shows in Turkey are run. TV shows are 2 hours long each episode, and we have like 40 to 50 episodes a season. So would you like to be in a Turkish TV show? I wanted to ask that.
How long does it take to shoot one season if it's like 2 hour long and so many
They
episodes?
shoot it weekly.
Weekly?
Edited.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you get to like commit your whole life to it.
Yeah. My
Wow.
parents are actors, and I never saw them when I was a kid, you know?
And they shoot
yeah.
it pretty fast, right? I mean, to shoot 2 hour long episode weekly?
Like the crew is amazing, I think. Like what they accomplish in just a week is amazing, but the quality, I'm not so sure.
In Poland, we have some Turkish shows airing, and people love that. I would like to do like one episode, like one episode role. It would be fun.
Me too.
Adventurous.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I think when like they are like showing in other countries, they sometimes divide the episodes into
So instead of 40, there's like 80 episodes of this show.
yeah.
Nice.
After finishing Dark, how did you decide 1899 was going to be your next project, and what were your inspirations for it?
Idea came years before that, even before Dark. We saw a picture of a man in a white undershirt full of blood and a hammer in his hand, and it looked like he was on an old ship, and that sparked an idea in our head that we wanted to tell a story about immigrants traveling from Europe to America. And like the history of my family is like we always were immigrants, so there's personal stuff to it why we're interested, but then also the whole crisis that happened in Europe with the refugee crisis and Brexit and right-wing parties rising, and the whole nationalism in certain countries scared us a lot. And we truly believe in the European idea, and we felt like, okay, let's take all these elements, put it on a ship, and create a laboratory experimental situation where they can't escape, and let's see what's happening.
In this show, you also use a new technology that's different from the green screen. Usually actors talk about how it's hard to like feel the environment in using green screen. How did it feel to shoot in this new technology?
It was very useful. You could see everything. It's a very sensory experience. You have rain machine, wind machines.
You could concentrate on, the performances more, the storytelling or the interaction with the other actors, because you weren't imagining what anything was, or where a certain eye line needed to be, because you're you know, looking into, like you said, the green screen, so we could really immerse ourselves within the technology, you know, because it took us straight to the environment we needed to be in as storytellers.
I also feel like you really like to play with free will and determinism, like in a really original way, the horror of it. Can you talk about how do you like incorporate concepts to your scripts? And when I told my audience I was going to interview you, everyone asked me like, how do they write their show? I don't know if you can explain it in a minute, but I also wanted to learn that.
Yeah, I can explain it in a minute. You take a pen and you start writing.
How everyone can write dark.
No, I think we've just both been intrigued from our teenage years on by philosophy and science, and especially when philosophy and science, like when they have junctures.